And I think in general, like a good pick from Z minus is going to offer a little bit of leeway as far as covering the airspace is concerned, and racking up the damage is not going to be as determinant on landing just one stray hit. Let's see how it pans out as we got loser semifinals starting on small battlefield.
Classic stage, or a new classic, but a classic nonetheless.
It's simultaneously such a familiar placing and then also so bizarre of a stage. I feel like the lack of that top platform just leads to such shenanigans because it's not quite. It doesn't have the length of Stadium. It doesn't have the wall of Kalos. It doesn't have like the weird length of the platforms from Unova, but like two plats gives so many characters the options to be able to comfortably control the ledge or control landings, and then likewise have a lot of safe escape routes.
Yeah, it kind of adds everything that you would want to see with a biplat, yet still permits the stage to have a wide center area that can be utilized by both grounded and air-to-air type characters. So it's honestly one of the most neutral stages that we have in this game. Ooh, okay, that was a good frame trap. He caught the air dodge, and with the really strong pit back air, the buffs were nice to pit, like gonna be real, or dark pit
Oh,
in this
absolutely.
case.
You know, I love playing Dark Pit myself, and the fact that this character just has so many options, like he can do something with his hits. That's not really something that could have been said prior to I think it was the 7.0 or the 8.0 changes. Like he's a full-fledged character with a full purpose, and I think the idea of being able to just box out effectively and mitigate certain movement options makes it a really strong pick into this matchup.
Yeah, one of Pitt's strongest aspect is while his airspeed leaves a little bit to desire, he has a lot of strong multi-hits in midair, and what multi-hits do best is cover space. So if you're able to cover the range where ZSS wants to flip kick and wants to move around, that's all the better.
And right now, Z-Man is just doing a really good job of holding this lead, just trying to camp out with the arrows. Unfortunately, dashing into the last thing you want to do against a pressured Webb. Swinging in with the up smash, you're going to tie that up.
Webb has been on point with some of these dash-in up smashes all game, or all day, rather.
It's such a weird option because it picks up so aggressively.
I often see it as like a defense, as an offensive mix-up from ZSS players. Like they're able to poke and prod so safely with things like Zair and Nair that up smash catches the most common option out of shield, that being jump.
Like in general, like Webb has really good retaliatory tools, but I feel like he also just does a good job in his own right for being able to press advantage. Oh, that Gret is sad though. There's no fixing that.
No, unfortunately not.
As large as those big anime ham hands are, the Pit has a pitiful grab.
Yeah, he does get a lot out of throws, and he, another multi-hit covering that spot dodge in a deadly way.
Ooh, okay. Cute little connector there. Good DI from Webb kept him out of too much damage. And, good DI almost kept Z- alive from that, but no doing. Once again, we're looking at the even stock count.
That conversion a little bit harder than it seems. You have to wait for the pop out that is entirely in the control of Z minus, depending on how hard he mashes. Okay.
Ooh.
That was nice.
Yeah, no, down tilt was the move that got the most like got blessed up the hardest when it came to Pit's more recent changes, and it actually has really good coverage at the ledge as well. On top of just being able to lead into a plethora of combo routes.
Yeah, and the confirms into it thanks to as he did there, falling fair only makes like confirms into confirms it's just kind of strong. I don't feel like I need to explain that any further.
And the arrow almost managed and catch out. It's always worth noting how like forward throw's Kellen. Yeah, no, that's definitely Kellen. How like where Pit's arrows do manage to cover a lot of space can very effectively force air dodges, which Pit can then in turn punish. The silver bow, Dark Pit's arrows themselves, very lethal, even with a little bit of charge. Like they are capable of killing in their own right or poking characters just shy of their recovery ranges. So even if Z- is way far from their opponent, like still able to threaten kill.
It's one of the minor changes that can make a world of difference, and I guess part of the reason why Dark Pit is seen, at the very least, a touch, just a sprinkle more than the normal Pit. It's a lot. You don't have to think as much in controlling a lot of these arrows. They just cover space like any normal projectile does, and you're able to get a lot more. You're able to find a lot more kills with the side B being the electroshock arm on ledge situations, since neutral getup is such a potent option on online.
Indeed. And we've got a character switch, so we're looking at a completely different matchup now. We got Lucas back. There it is. Let's see if it, if it has a place in this match, as Game 2 is still on small battlefield. I don't think Wib has played Lucas at all up to this point in bracket, if I remember correctly. Or if he has, it had to have only been for like a game.
He did one game against Sensei Snake.
Oh, that makes sense.
And that was it. So the ZSS it's leveled up progressively throughout these weeks, and it's gotten him to winner side top 16 and beyond. But the Lucas will always be there as that powerful counter pick, and it's working well.
I feel like Z- has awoken a great evil.
Oh,
like,
no.
Webb really came out here and said, I'll only take 12%. You'll lose that stock. Like,
fair trade? Fair trade?
Shake on it? That's also super unfortunate. There he goes. Yeah, no. If you can't get the ledge cancel on electroshock arm, like you are doomed.
Well, that wasn't a ledge cancel. He just chased. He just chased like a madman. That was.
Yeah, no, like again, like it's not even the fact that like he lost his stock because of throwing himself too far there. It's just the fact that like you're giving total stage control to Webb. You're giving total stage control to Webb's Lucas. Like, if you're not about to take a bunch of damage, you are about to become clipped and probably lose a stock.
We're getting into that range where Webb has practiced a ton of ways out of down tilt and with these down air loops to get you grabbed, to get Rope Snake's little tongue on you. Shout out to Rope Snake.
Rope Snake, definitely the homie.
What a boy. What a good boy.
Let's see, this is from out deep. Oh no, it doesn't even matter. No, Z- is just gonna falter in trying to catch out that stock, and that was a 3 stock.
A 3 stock with a little bit of quotes behind it. Z- definitely went very, very deep, way too deep, in fact, since twice over looking for edge guards, he ended up killing himself.
A 3 stock is a very nice gift to give someone.
Oh, thanks. It's the holiday season. Like,
He put a little ball on that one too, with like an SD and a half. But as character switches are going, I'm curious to see if that poor performance in Game 2 is going to bring out the Luigi.
It seems like it. I mean, getting 3 stocked isn't always a good thing. It makes you reconsider like what you want to do as your character selection, or at the very least as your stage selection.
Man, I was so here for the Dark Pit too. I'm a big advocate of that character just being fun. Not just good, but super fun, because there's so many different ways you can play. Like, you can get hella combo heavy, you can play super campy, like, you could react and just, like, try to press stage and just worry about, like, edge guarding forever. Like, a super versatile character, I feel. But, floundering around against Webb's Lucas is the last thing you want to do when you are on tournament life.
As both these players find themselves at the very least the last time on Game 3, as you mentioned prior. This is the final. After this, it's best of 5 territory throughout. Some careful deliberation from Z-.
Waiting in the wings of the losers finals is Studs, so either of these combatants has a Yoshi to watch out for, waiting for them.
The Yoshi that's Z minus looking for the run back. I don't believe Webb has played Stutz thus far this bracket. No, they were both in
There
different
it
pools.
is.
Yep. I don't know if this is a matchup everyone's been waiting for, but it's the one we've got as both these players look to keep their tournament bracket alive. Thank you, Skitswa, for the follow.
All right, coming in right in time for Game 3. So we've got the two characters both of these players are most well known for. May not have started out this set, but they are going to certainly end it. As Webb's starting for the aggro, like just push off stage as best as he can, control the plats. I think is really smart because those platforms are going to be the safest spot for this stage.
Yeah, you'll want to take just a little bit of damage at the start to avoid any shenanigans. Both of those fairs missed. That's unfortunate if you're Webb. Oh, what a jump!
Ooh. I like how Z- is trying to be quick about how he checks the skies, but isn't committing super hard to it, because he knows that one failed commitment can lead to disaster, just like that. Good DI is going to keep him alive, but he is bleeding for it.
And PK Thunder go out to finish the job. He does not have a jump anymore. Oof.
Yeah, this is one of the matchups where Lucas's PK Thunder is just super handy for being able to just linger around someone. Because even though Luigi does have the capabilities of waiting around to throw off typical edge guards, you don't get that lucky against Lucas.
And you don't get to air dodge the ledge against that down smash.
Nah, that thing hangs around forever, dude.
3 hits and all of them insanely active. There's always the comparison of Ness to Lucas, and Ness certainly has his fair share of active hitboxes and incredible moves, but it's always surprising to see. Oh man, that's a shock.
How's that for surprising? Okay.
1 in 10.
We get the misfire, and it came in super clutch. Not only did it bring in Z- back to the stage, it brought him in taking a stock off Webb as well.
Suddenly, this game is a lot more even than it once was.
Yeah, Webb is not going to be having any of that. Tries to lead in with PK Thunder, and he manages it. Yep.
Wow. Just consistent edge guards. Like Lucas's frame data is above average, to say the least, and how just incredibly safe it can be. Speaking of safe, got the classic DP that Luigi is toting throughout this bracket.
Yeah, Tornado in general is just such a safe breakaway. It's just get off me. If it's not securing a kill itself, it is securing a safe return to neutral.
Went for the spike, and he took his jump, and that's it.
All right, and just like that, we are going to see Webb later on in losers finals. Z- is going to be falling out at 4th tonight. A solid placement.